Thanks for staying with us. All right, so we're done with the talk on the issue of passion because we still need to bring in experts, especially coaches, who talk about these things, and hopefully we can get some clarity from them. So we're going to pause that conversation until we get in a guest who can shed more light on how young people can discover the right passion and ensure that they find fulfillment and success in it. So there was a topic we're holding for Nyma, because she wasn't around last time when we talked about it. But this topic was so interesting that was about, I cannot mention the person's name. There was a cross-dresser, Bobrisky, that had said that he wanted to marry the Oba of Benin. And his hosts, when he went to Benin for the party, already came out, because I know he also posted that they apologized because according to she was not aware that Bobrisky did the video. But some said it was disrespectful, obviously. Others said he was just joking. What's the big deal? He didn't mean it that way. He was just, puffing around. That the intention wasn't to be disrespectful. So can't the Benin people take a little joke? That's the conversation. Just a little joke, So, Nyma, what are your thoughts on this one? Let me start with you.
So now we have become clowns that you joke with. Or the Benin kingdom is an empire on its own. And the only reason why it's remained so is because the people hold sacred certain cultures, and the royal stool in Benin. They don't joke with certain things. Oba know they put leg for something, make people, you don't water down such cultures. And I think that in the name of this influencer, because all these people get their popularity and call themselves influencers, small book is important to be read. Read small book. Be aware of small things that you know certain lines you don't cross. Not be everything be play. It's not everything that is a joke. The host and the visitor, they were both lucky that the Benin people did not show them another side of the Benin people, because we were known to be very accommodating. But then, when you cross line...
he didn't go to the other's face and say, marry me.
No.
He was just laughing around with his friends. Why is that a big deal?
This is what you don't know. If somebody were to say to the Oba, this Oba's cup is silver, why is he not drinking with gold cup? A Benin son of the soil will present a gold cup rather than allow their Oba be insulted. So that's how doing a video far from the Oba still means insult to the Oba. You don't just come and to think that you're a controversial figure.
Oh, so the issue is who said this. So the issue is not what he said. The issue is who said it. Because let us be frank.
Who said it?
That's your problem. So if
the current Miss Nigeria or Miss World were to say it,
would it be a problem?
The respectful way to say it.
There's
a respectful way to say it.
Okay, how would that be?
So the current Miss Nigeria who wants to become Olori in the Oba's palace would write discreetly to the Oba, and that I volunteer to be.
No. You're making it too serious. I'm saying wait now.
Publicize it in the paper. No. You make joke of it, and the Oba would not in his.
No. That's not what this guy did. He was talking with his friends and he was making joking. So if I am the most beautiful girl in Nigeria, and I'm so beautiful, I could even marry the Oba of Benin. Would you be able?
You would not say, Oba, come and marry me. You would say, I'm made for royalty. I think I qualify as a queen.
Your Oba, come and marry me.
There must be tone of language.
So your issue is
why you have fixed lashes, fixed everything.
Oh, so that's a problem for you.
Oba
doesn't like lashes.
Everything, bleach from head to toe. You are not even Did you
Wait,
see the quality?
You that you are speaking, do you know your wife, the Oloris? Have you seen your Oloris before? Do you know how white they are?
Auntie, you know that I don't miss the coronation. There's a reason. Look at the quality of women. Look at the
your Oba spec? Do you know your Oba spec?
Is this like
me?
Okay, sorry, Jerry Mariam. I forgot that you're there.
For me, I just feel that there's some things we should not give energy to. So the office, the stool, the house, royalty should not give energy to influencers, random influencers talking random things to their random fans. So he should have his conversation wherever he has his conversation. Now, the response that he got from the people, that is fine because because that one is random response to that person. But I agree with you where I think all of us, me included, we need to study and read about our culture better. I want us to be able to represent and present our royalty, our culture on international stage, because most of these influencers have a huge following. I just wonder the beauty of that conversation if she was talking about the history and the impact of the Benin Kingdom.
That would as nice as that sounds, the fact that he spoke about it has already given international appeal. The fact that Bobrisky who said it, those his millions followers heard about it. Those of you that never even knew there was an Oba in Benin in the first place, you know about Oba of Benin just by Bobrisky saying that.
Mo is trying to balance this thing.
Why are
you trying to say? Also,
that's my job. My job is to balance the conversation.
1 million Bobrisky followers cannot be like him and not know about the traditional.
But some didn't know about it.
People. So, some didn't know.
Some probably didn't know.
Funny. See, let me quickly say that the royal family would not respond to him. They don't join issues with trivialities. But the people whose business is it to respect and maintain their traditions will deal with him. He's lucky that, he did it and then came out. And even the apology, he did not even roll for ground.
Yeah?
And
he apologized.
What is this?
We want to start kneeling down.
Let me remind you quickly, there was one important person, very important, who was mistakenly addressed as Oba of Benin before the late Oba in England. And he did not correct it. He did not enter Benin Kingdom freely. Somebody responded. Not to the Oba responding to him. Somebody responded that you've impersonated the Oba. This is not, you allowed it just pass, not to talk of this kind. No, certain things, know the history of your people, know a bit of your tradition. Just know.
That's where I was going. Because of who this person is, they are influencers. Influencers are not meant to be people who, some of them are not well read. Their fame is based on maybe their looks, how much money they spend, what they do on social media. Yeah. So sometimes we should not give that. If you're such an important body, such a sacred tool, do not give that information, that person or that platform any attention. Yes. But then I would like also where a person doesn't know a lot more, about what they are speaking of and making jest of it, I would have loved also a response that would educate us all and say this is how to do it without all the constant insult, catfights constantly. That is how we address issues in this country. Every time someone says something and does something wrong. And then secondly, what is wrong with forgiving somebody?
Simple.
Why do we have to roll on the floor, though?
Exactly.
Is it like a Benin culture that whenever you do something...
Once you genuinely report...
Let me inform that.
Because my husband always says if I upset him because he's from Edo State, I need to get a white goat, a white lizard, and white whatever. So I'm wondering if...
Story.
Not white. But it's also tradition when women beg their husbands.
But Nyma, wait, before you answer, but how many cultures can we know? How do I know your own culture?
Why do you know the English culture?
No. How many do we have in Nigeria? Do you know even 5?
Me?
All the cultures we have in Nigeria. No, I'm saying we have over 300 and so different people in this country. In this country, how many of them do you know about the 350?
If you don't know, you'd act more discreetly. In certain places where I go, and I think that there's a culture that I must promote, and I don't know so much, I just hide. I keep quiet.
So all the cultures, they don't joke in their cultures. All the cultures, they don't joke. You don't joke for your side.
You know some people...
All your I be worry, everything, worry, they carry last. Don't be you with a joke. Those are, guys, they do the jokes.
Travel. But our own Oba no they go transfer. We treat him, you accord him the same respect.
Absolutely.
If Bobrisky mistakenly go to England, can he say the same of the Queen?
Yes. Easily.
Yes. No, now.
Easily.
No, you know better.
Easily.
You know somebody that was a senator in America when the Queen was giving them honors about one thing. The person dressed according. He will know better.
Bobrisky can say, Queen, come and marry me, and they will not arrest him.
Maybe we're having this conversation because the Benin people did not carry out the threats.
Because we said threats. What threat can they carry out?
Even the event was gone for long.
The host was very...
He would have done the party.
The host was she was very courteous. She was like,
she knows. She's a daughter of the soil.
Of course.
You're visiting. The little you can do is maintain and observe and learn. Because you're an influencer doesn't mean you're dumb.
With all the one line, I'll catch you now. All those one line,
I'll catch you.
We have to wrap up.
Because I know a lot of influencers who are well read, who would know better. When they go for ordinary dinners, they know how to comport themselves. You're entering Benin.
But the prerequisite for influencing is not being well read. So we need to give them, it's not being well read. It's about your makeup and whatever.
After you got popular.
That's working on yourself. Then you can now transfer yourself from one level to the next level.
Our Obas in the Southwest are not that rigid. We are a bit more liberal because we are in 2022. We know, I doubt if Bobrisky said that about any of our Obas, it's going to be a big deal. I mean, it doesn't mean that, you see, the point I'm trying to make is that it doesn't water down the essence of the stew on either side, either on the Southwest, South, anywhere. He said it jokingly. So for me, it wasn't a big deal. He said it was a joke. No, but why now people not carried on their head as if, they've committed the crime of dissension? What did you?
There's a difference. So there's a difference. And at the risk of watering it down, we don't take such actions that that risk exists. You can since this.
So the response is, even if we were going to, if it was going to water it down, there would have been no room to allow that, because we have now seen how they will come out viciously.
So nobody will do it again.
Nobody will try it.
You guard jealously what you revere. You guard it the way they guard.
Some of them are hypocrites. All of them.
No, but you know that there's some countries.
Some of them.
No, but
some of you are genuine like you. Some are genuine, but others are lots of hypocrites.
People who guard, whatever cultures believe they do, for those who guard them jealously, I find that people are more respectful of them. There are some countries that you go to today, you will get a scarf.
Japan, yeah.
You just are afraid. You don't know if they would, you err on the side of caution. You put your scarf, and then when you get there and they say, no, it's fine for you, before you take it off. But then for those cultures or beliefs or people who everything goes, well, she did not mean it, he didn't get it.
No,
and even for people, before you know it, everybody will insult you.
Well, he was just joking.
Well, the Benin people are answered.
You start from your house.
Anyway, before the Benin will come and look for me, please, my job is to balance the conversation. I have not. Look at a couple of your social media now. Morel said, please, all you one-liner syndrome people, please, face your front. Have a fabulous weekend. We'll see you on Monday. Bye for now.